Today we got the solid spruce panels, and today we're going to turn this into a buckler. And just first off, we're going to start off by staining the wood. So I got American walnut stain. I think it'll be a nice color to contrast the silver on the buckler cap. So let's get to it.
Lil Mau presents Advanced Weapon Tactics, the show that tests the lethality and survival skills of weapons, with improvised tactics and truthful reviews. Do not try this at home. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're going to start by opening it up. So I basically bought this that way I didn't have to cut this out of any kind of wood or whatever, you know what I mean? It's nice and sturdy. And I'm just going to use a sock. You can use a brush if you have one. Make sure you stir up your stain first. Just apply it by rubbing it into the wood. Couple of coats should do it, just so it looks like a nice walnutty wood. Then we're going to flip it over. We're going to let this dry and then flip it over, but you guys get the point. Basically, you're staining the wood and you're good to go pretty much. I wait about 24 hours for the stain to dry, and then, you know, you can get it in like a couple hours. It should be dry to the touch. You flip it over, do the other side, and make it all nice. But depending on the stain that you get, follow the direction to the stain. Alrighty, so we're going to attach the handle to our buckler. And you know, you can get any handle at any hardware store. This is a Gatehouse utility pole, 6.5 inch handle. And you can use whatever you like, but I would recommend something that you can get your hand around. You don't have to cut out the circle. I'm not, you know, for the boss. You can cut it out if you'd like. I just don't want to screw it up. I'm not that skilled with woodworking. So we're just gonna basically how these work are, you put it down, you draw a little hole, you know, where the thing will go. So basically what you do is you put it in the center, you draw a little hole in each hole, you drill it out, and then you put the nails through, and then you'll be able to hold the buckler just like so. So you don't really need to see me doing that. It's pretty self-explanatory, and depending on what kind you have, you would want to get one of like these, where you can just screw it right in. You don't want the ones where you have to go through the other side and screw it in, because that'd be more of a pain, especially when your wood is this thick, you know, unless you get really long nails. But this kind's pretty good for it, so we'll come back after that's done. Alrighty, so we got it in. The nails are flush. The screws are flush into the thing. And from here, you get a pretty good handhold. And I probably should have went with one a little bit bigger so I could get the rest of my palm under there. But it's pretty good for what we got. So, you know, you can black with this. It's pretty good. The shield's not done. I'm waiting for the boss to come in the mail, and then we're going to plate the sides with some rawhide. And the shield will be ready to go, and we'll be ready to test it. So keep watching.
Alright, so the next step is we got some rawhide bones. You know, you can just buy them at the grocery store. They're for the dogs. You can just let them soak for about an hour, and then they kind of become moldable. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them on the rim of the shield and then staple them down, and we'll hammer the staples in, because they'll stick out. And then I'll come back when this is done and show you how it looks. Hey guys, we're back a couple hours later, and we put the rawhide on it. So you just staple it down, and after it dries, it kind of molds to the shape. So it's actually pretty good. I mean, it may not look beautiful, but if you can get rawhide, that's just one queen strip that you can get through the whole thing. That'll make it look a little better. But other than that, that's pretty good. Now we got this hand forged boss that I got on the internet. 25 bucks. The links will be in the description. Hand forged, really nice steel. So we're going to put it in the center, and then we're just going to screw it in,
And look at that. That is our buckler. What do you think, guys? Let me know. Alright, so here we are with the finished buckler with the boss on it. Matt, why don't you take it and show us around from beginning to end and the building experience and what you thought of that.
Alright, so I wasn't here for the boss and when we put it on. I wasn't here for that. Neither was I here for this rawhide, but I think this rawhide will definitely help stop hits coming in from the sides. And this boss, you know, adds this, you can go ahead and bash with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, it'll definitely help defend against stabs.
Yeah, it's hand-forged steel. It's actually really, really nice. So.
Yeah, this handle, I mean, it's not heavy, but this handle, it's not a bad handle. You know, it's a nice handle.
Yeah.
If you want to see this tested, make sure you subscribe because this will be in the next video where we will be testing it against bucklers.